from earlier videos, we already learned about impulse. Okay, now we are going to find how to calculate the force. Okay, so from impulse, we can get impulsive force. Okay, from impulse, we can get impulsive force. So how do we do that? Ft is equal to mv minus mu. So if we only want force, then we carry the t, okay, down here. So mv minus mu, you will divide with t. So that is how we get the formula for impulsive force. Or basically, it is change in momentum over time, which is why the definition of impulsive force is rate of change of momentum. Okay, so force F is in Newton. Okay, M is always in kg, V is always in meter per second, and T is always in second. So your final answer will have the unit N or kg meter per second squared, because that is the unit for force. Okay, so now I want to show you that this formula is actually a derivation form, another formula. Okay, as you can see here, m you can just factorize and then carry and put a bracket here. So you know that m is v minus u over t. As you can see here, v minus u over t is actually the formula for acceleration. So from here, you can substitute v minus u over t into a, which is the acceleration, and then you get the formula F equals to ma, which is the same as F equals to mv minus mu over t. Okay, now let's try and do some questions regarding impulsive force. Okay, let's see from question 1 here. Okay, so in question 1, we have a 2 kg object that is moving with speed 5 meter per second. Then it hits a wall to a stop in 0.5 second. So calculate the impulse. Remember before, we have two formula to calculate impulse. We can use Ft and also we can use mv minus mu. Okay, so now here the most suitable formula for us to use is mv minus mu because we don't have the force yet. So mv minus mu. So easier if you just put larger number at the front and then smaller number at the back. Okay, so m is 2 and then 5 minus 0. Okay, easier because you want to calculate impulse in positive value. So 2 times 5 you get 10. Okay, kg meter per second. Okay, mv minus mu, you get the impulse 10 kg meter per second. Okay, now this is the answer for the first one. It is 10 kg meter per second or 10 Newton second. Okay, now calculate the force. So from the force, from the formula, we know that formula F equals to mv minus mu over t. So we want to find F, but we already have mv minus mu, which is 10. So you can just substitute the mv minus mu value, which is 10, and then you divide the value with t. T is 0.5. So from here, we get that the value is 20. Remember, the unit for force is Newton. So that is how you get the final answer, 20 Newton for the second question. Okay, let's try another question for impulsive force. Okay, let's do this question. This is actually from 2017. Okay, October, November, variant 1. Okay, so we have a tennis ball. The mass of the tennis ball is this. This is the mass. And then it travels horizontally at a speed of 25 meter per second. Okay, and then it rebounds. Same horizontally, but it is now faster at 40 meter per second. So the ball is in contact with the racket for 50 millisecond. Remember, this is ms, but not meter per second. This is millisecond. So millisecond, to change it to second, you have to divide by 1000. So 50 divided by 1000, you get 0.05 seconds. Okay. Now, what is the force? So, as we have learned earlier, force is mv minus mu over t. So remember, if this is positive, then this has to be negative. Doesn't matter which one you choose, as long as when it change direction, if one is positive, the other one has to be negative. Okay, so now F equals to M. M is 0.06, and then V is, you can use 25, okay, minus 0.06 negative 40. Okay, why negative? Because it is changing in its direction. So divide by time. Now the time is 0.05. Remember, you cannot just simply use 50 because 50 is millisecond. It has to be in second. So you calculate, okay, 0.06 times 25, you get 1.5. Okay, minus 0.06 times 40, you get 2.4. Okay, but this is negative, right? So plus, divide by 0.05. So 1.5 plus 2.4 divide by 0.05. So you get 78 Newton. So the answer is D. So this is how you answer the question about force. Okay, let's do another one. Question for force. Okay, so a footballer kicks the ball vertically upwards. Initially, the ball is stationary. So his foot is in contact with the ball for 0.05 seconds. So this is our time, T. Okay, the average resultant force is 180. So this is our F. Okay, and then this is our V. Okay, so the impulse of the force acting on the ball. Remember, impulse, we have two formula. We can use Ft or we can use mv minus mu. It depends on the question, depends on the information they give you in the question. So in this case, we don't have the mass yet. So you have to use the formula Ft. Okay, so F is force, 180, and then you have T, the time, 0.05. So you calculate. Okay, 180 times 0.05, you will get 9. So this is the formula. So 9 Newton second. Okay, so done. This is the impulse. So then mass of the ball, Ft, equals to mv minus mu. So since we already have the value of Ft, which is 9, you can just put all the information you already know. M, we don't know, we are trying to find M, and then V is 20, and then mu is 0. Why? Because the ball is initially at rest, stationary. So 9 equals to 20 M. So M is 9 divided by 20. So 9 divided by 20, you will get M equals to 0.45 kg. So this is how you get the mass of the ball. So both of these questions, okay, 2 marks and 2 marks. Okay, so these are some of the example of how to calculate the impulsive force in questions.